Hey yo, what's popping everybody, and today I'm gonna be checking out another video of WrestleMania, and I hope y'all do check out this page and hope to leave a like. Let me actually do that right now, you see, because I actually forgot to do that the last video, so I'm course correcting myself. So I wanna get back into this 10 infamous WWE crowd plants. I wanna see this. I actually don't remember seeing this.
WWE superstar. Yeah, kid! Take a hike!
Take a hike.
Pro wrestling terminology describes a planted fan as a person who's been placed in the audience for a specific role during a show. Oftentimes, it's to provide exaggerated reactions when a match spills into the crowd, while other times, it's to allow a heel wrestler to attack a fan without the worry of facing legal action. It's a storytelling technique that WWE has relied upon for much of its existence, and many such occurrences have gone down in history for all the wrong reasons. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 of the most infamous WWE crowd plants. Number 10, HDX, suck these. A full frontal nudity isn't exactly a common sight in WWE, though it was certainly less than rare to see more skin than you bargained for during the Attitude Era, with Jacqueline and, well, regrettably Mae Young amongst those who have bared it all. It was also during this era that DJ...
They like really out, like they popping, they're like really out, bro. Wait, what the flip?
Generation X were at the peak of their adolescence. As it began drawing the ire of the female audience, many of them were all too happy to indulge in the group in the most vivid fantasies. On one occasion, during the July 20th, 1998 Raw, a blonde fan held up a sign that simply read, "Hey DX, suck these," with two arrows pointing down to, well, her top. She lifted her top up, but not content with that, Triple H gestured back for her to reveal more of herself, and the woman certainly obliged, with a bare chest
Where can I see the original clip, bro? Where can I see the original clip? I wanna see the original clip of this. I wanna examine. I wanna make sure if what I'm seeing, it's actually like it's not AI, you know. I want to see if it's not AI.
Exposed for the world to see, acting as a perfect summary for the Attitude Era. Her fans have since convinced themselves that she was a plant hired to flash her goods for a sweet paycheck, a rumor that received further evidence in 2025 as she actually resurfaced in the crowd at WrestlePalooza, decked out in ESPN branded merchandise. This time though, she kept herself fully clothed. Number 9, Triple H wants to see more. Sticking with the Attitude Era and indeed sticking with the game, he had married Stephanie McMahon and he was still romantically linked to China. Triple H was horned up to the maxes. He constantly signaled to female members of the audience to reveal themselves to him, as we've already touched upon, and come September 1998.
You know, Triple H when he does this. Yeah.
The blonde made all his dreams come true. After tagging with X-Pac and the New Age Outlaws in a winning effort over Kai and Tai in the main event of Raw's September 12th, 1998 episode, Triple H spotted a female fan in the crowd wearing black leather trousers that was embroidered with the DX logo on the rear. He gestured towards her. She reciprocated, revealing her bare bottom. As if this wasn't yet another perfect summarization of the Attitude Era, Jerry Lawler on commentary was hollering Yahoo as if he was a horny Mario. Number 8, Bronson Reed yeets a fan. Now, although the word yeet was revived in 2023 as a new catchphrase for Jey Uso, it was Bronson Reed who found inspiration in its other meaning the following year as he used a supposed fan like a torpedo to take down Braun Strowman. The chaotic incident occurred during a well-received brawl between the two on the September 16th, 2024 Raw. Reed was thrown out to ringside and he had to think fast for a solution when the monster among men charged right towards him. But this is when he grabbed a fan out of the front row and launched him straight at Strowman, managed to catch him successfully and avoid adding another broken body to the pile. In storyline, Bronson was fined an undisclosed sum of money for his actions. Speaking to Chris Van Vliet about the incident, Reed explained his thinking as to why his spot went viral as opposed to anything else he and Braun Strowman did to each other. Yeah, he had a Yeet shirt on. I mean, I didn't expect that one to be as viral as it is. That actually got the most views out of everything from the most recent match we did. I thought maybe going through the wall would be more viral, but it was getting hit with a fan getting thrown. I think because people just aren't expecting it. Again, yeah, you know, he's doing his train thing, and then out of nowhere, you just see some guy coming to the screen. Number 7, finding out where the big boys play. Fans storming into the ring during a live wrestling event is unfortunately nothing new. but you need to have the balls of steel to do so during a steel cage match between Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper, which is precisely why WCW hired Pillman to do the job instead. Yes, technically this is WCW, but when are we ever going to talk about this again? The Hulkster and the Hot Rod closed out the 1997 Halloween Havoc pay-per-view with a certified dud of a steel cage match, and despite winning the match with a sleeper hold, it was Piper who was beaten down after the match at the hands of Hogan and Randy Savage. Cue the fan whose face was covered by a sting mask to scale the cage, be immediately mauled by a security guard, and subsequently eat the fist of a former Mega Powers who ended the night in a confusing and drawn-out assault of this random intruder. Unlike other instances of fans rushing the ring, there was never any doubt about whether or not this one was a work. WCW's shoddy production crew had a camera waiting to film the fans' interference before it even jumped the barrier. Number 6, Natalya packs a slap. The WWE enforces such strict rules against its superstars that it would be impossible in the modern age for them to devise a spot where a planted fan was slapped across the face. Even shoving the plants out of your face is known to send Triple H into a frenzy. This is why WWE's various working relationships have been so successful. They allow wrestlers who have only ever known the in-house WWE style to wrestle somewhere where the rules are a little bit more relaxed. Such was the case when Natalya ventured to the NWA in May of 2025. After unsuccessfully challenging Kenzie Page for the company's World Women's Championship, Natty shut down an antagonizing front row fan with a stern slap to the jaw. And though discussion quickly flooded social media about the reality of the situation, it quickly emerged that the fan was indeed a plant. In true wrestling fashion, a photo of the two posing together was shared on social media after, because nothing shocking can happen in pro wrestling anymore without the suspension of disbelief being instantly burst. Number 5, Serena's straight edge initiation. There are countless examples of legendary WWE figures that made their televised debut as a planted fan in the audience, with Earthquake, Beth Phoenix, and Steve Blackman among them, but while they all achieved some kind of success in WWE, the same couldn't be said about Serena Deeb. An accomplished independent wrestler before she signed with WWE, Deeb was fast-tracked to the main roster in January 2010 as a member of CM Punk's Straight Edge Society group. As Punk was scouring the crowd for his latest disciple, he discovered Serena, who
what is the best faction in WWE? I think I wanna make a video about that, bro. I think I wanna make a video about that.
In the ring for a mandatory shave, and that was it. Serena didn't really do much else in the company before her release that September. The reasoning behind her exit is also hilarious, as she was seen by fans drinking in a bar, which went against the group's anti-alcohol stance. It just goes to show that not all WWE debutantes are given an equal...
Bro, why would you even do that, bro? Like, wait, legit, you're part of like a group that supports like sobriety, bro, and not drinking, you know, and then all of a sudden at a freaking bar, why didn't you buy that shit? Why don't you even send maybe someone to buy it for you so that it doesn't become, at least it doesn't seem like you bought it, you know, like common sense, bro, common sense.
Cool opportunity. Because while she was getting her head shaved on her first night, another planted fan was winning the Intercontinental Championship. As number 4, the Milan Miracle. Now, the most famous example of a planted fan turning into a fully fledged WWE superstar is Santino Marella capturing the Intercontinental Championship on his first night on the job. Marella was plucked out of the audience by Mr. McMahon as a contender for the title, held out by the time at Umaga, when Monday Night Raw emanated from Milan, Italy on April 16, 2007. However, like any other time a fan has been forced into a match, he was a fully trained wrestler. He'd been training in Ohio Valley Wrestling, WWE's then developmental territory, for the previous 2 years. Unsurprisingly, the match was little more than an Umaga squash until Bobby Lashley interfered, toppling the Samoan Bulldozer and allowing Santino Marella to make history in his supposed homeland. Real name Anthony Corelli, Santino is actually Canadian, though he can speak some Italian, which was enough to convince Mr. McMahon that he was the right man for the spot. He explained as such on the Developmentally Speaking podcast, saying,
So, Vince had an idea for someone to debut in Italy, and he asked somebody to look at the developmental roster and see if we have any Italian people there. So my shoot name, of course, you know, Anthony Corelli. Corelli is Italian, and they called me and they asked me if I could speak Italian, and I can speak a little. I can say a few things. I wasn't fluent by any means, but you know, fake it till you make it. Like the next day, I flew to
fake
Italy.
it till you make it.
Number 3, the loose cannon goes off. Brian Pillman notoriously put a ton of effort into the development of his loose cannon character, and that even extended to him assaulting planted fans on multiple occasions in both ECW and the WWF. The first recorded instance occurred when Brian returned to Paul Heyman's Land of the Extreme at SummerSlam 96. Interviewed by The Ring by Joey Styles, the former WCW star viscerally insulted Eric Bischoff and the ECW audience that he claimed was full of smart marks. And as he was being escorted out of the building, he dragged a fan out of the crowd and sliced him with a fork. The second time was which, during a taping for WWF Shotgun Saturday Night in the summer of '97, it saw Pillman brandish a pencil as a weapon of choice, as once again he dragged out a fan of the front row while providing commentary. Regardless of whether or not they were real fans or paid actors, both should be thankful that the loose cannon didn't recreate his iconic Pillman's Got a Gun angle. Number 2, SummerSlam 2011's Famous Faces. Now, as we discussed in the intro of the video, WWE will sometimes hire external actors and wrestlers to sit in specific areas of the crowd to guarantee over-the-top reactions when a match ends up in the audience. And at SummerSlam 2011, two of those faces were very familiar indeed. Joey Ryan and Shawn Ricker, the future LA Knight, were both captured on camera providing their lively reactions when Mark Henry powerslammed Sheamus through the barricade. Their reactions have been since described as Home Alone-like, with Rick especially helping elevate. Their reactions have been since described as home.
Who is this? Is this LA Knight even? Oh, I see. Wait, I see him. He's in the back. This LA Knight. Let me run this bad guy. This LA Knight. Here's LA Knight.
And Shawn Ricker, the future LA Knight, were both captured on camera providing their lively reactions when Mark Henry powerslammed Sheamus through the barricade. Their reactions have been since described as Home Alone-like, Ricker's especially helping elevate the gravitas of the spot, given that he was seated directly next to the broken section of the barricade. Their involvement as extras, as is still the case to this day, resulted in both being offered a tryout with WWE. They were both unsuccessful, though Ricker later returned to WWE for 2 stints, first as Slate Randall in 2013, and subsequently as LA Knight, the name he remains under today. And number 1, Green Shirt Guy. Throughout the history of WWE, there's been a handful of fans who have managed to achieve a
whoa. Is Green Shirt Man a plant? Wait. Is Green Shirt Man a WWE plant? No. I don't think he is, bro. I feel like he has money, bro. I feel like Green Shirt Man has money, bro. He's rich. I feel like he's rich, bro. He gets those seats every time.
To fame, but there's perhaps none more instantly recognizable than Green Shirt Guy. Having attended nearly every PLE broadcast for the past 15 years, he can typically be seen sitting directly opposite the hog cam, clad in a baseball cap, an iconic green smiley face t-shirt, leaving fans worldwide thinking the same question: is he actually a WWE plant? Well, whilst many have their theories, according to WWE CEO Nick Khan, he's not. The WWE president appeared on Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast in December 2025, where he addressed how Green Shirt Guy still affords the steep ticket prices to attend WWE for as long as he's been. One of the sister companies of WWE and UFC is On Location, which is VIP hospitality and entertainment. So he pays for his seats. He pays a premium for those seats through On Location, and that's why he gets to be in the front row. And despite Khan's claims, the leading conspiracy theories amongst fans are that Green Shirt Guy either has a high-ranking WWE family member on the payroll, or he got free tickets for life for being assaulted at a WWE event. With many family are on the payroll, or he got free tickets for life for being
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way you did that shit.
Either has a high-ranking WWE family member on the payroll, or he got free tickets for life for being a
dude, he went like, what's a lie? Come here. Yo, CM Punk wasn't having it, bro. Punk wasn't having it, bro.
Assaulted at a WWE event, with many firmly believing that he was a man accidentally punched by CM Punk during an infamous segment in October 2012. However, that is a completely different guy. But there you have it, folks. 10 of the most infamous WWE crowd plants. Be sure to leave your comments down below.
That was a pretty entertaining video, fun video, bro. I think I'm actually gonna be coming back more and more, little by little, bro. But anyways, I hope you guys do check out more of these videos, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow on the next video. And it's KMO Mania. Deuces, oozes, I'm out.